Well, hello, everyone. Good afternoon, evening to you. If it's afternoon, it's either afternoon or evening to you. This is Coach Brenda Kelly. I hope you are doing well on this beautiful Saturday. This is the Saturday shift, and I wanted to come on and just say hello. I hope you are having an amazing day. I hope everything is going well. And I just wanted to come and chat with you today for this Saturday. I have shared before that I have been on this journey, and for the last 40 days, I've been on a journey and really focusing in on my health, focusing in on some of the things that I want to see in my own body. And so I'm just here. I just want to share some of that with you. I have been doing great journey. Um, Today was our last day, so I'm really excited about that. Today is our last day, but I feel like it's not the last day for me. It's an ongoing thing for me that I want to continue journey because it's been amazing. I have lost a total of 14 pounds in the 40 days. And that is 2 pounds a week, which a lot of other people lost more than I did. But I'm satisfied with that because that is the normal. It's normal to have about a 1 to 2 pound weight loss. So I have lost 14 pounds over the 40 days and I feel amazing. I feel energized. I feel that the pain that I was having is gone. Um, Brain fog is a little better. I was really having a struggle trying to get some weight off, and it was, I would go up and down and up and down. But this has been a wonderful experience. So I'm really excited about where I'm going on this journey. I know I'm not finished. My goal is really to get to 160. I'm not afraid to say um, right now I'm 174.6, I think was my last weight. So I'm fine with that. And I know that I can do it. 170, yeah, 174.6. That was my ending weight. And I'm fine. I know that I can do it. I know I can do it with God's help. I know I can do it. So let me share a little bit about what I want to talk about today. I want to talk a little bit about wholeness and self love. And when I think about the word wholeness, there's three things that come to my mind. One is when you're wanting to be whole, it takes courage. Another thing it takes is commitment. It takes commitment to the process. And it also takes consistency in order to move forward, in order for me to get where I am right now, to finally get my body's like my metabolism, everything is changing. Um, it took courage to say, I'm going to do this and come on here and say, I'm going to do it. And it took commitment and it takes consistency, being consistent, making the decision that I'm going to do this every single day until I get where I want to be. So I'm excited about that. So I want to talk about, I'm going to give 5 tips for just to really focus in on wholeness and self love. 5 tips, 5 things that you have. So when you think about weight loss or when you think about living healthy or changing your lifestyle, do you really love who you are right now? Think about it. And most of the women will say, this is wrong with me. This is wrong with me. I have too much of this. One of my things was and still is something that I have to work on is my I feel like my butt is too big and it's like, oh my God, it's just I need to slim that down. Everything else I'm okay with, but that is like the thing. I always, even when I was a young girl, I always felt like, you know, as a teenager, it was too much for my age. And so that was my thing that I was really insecure about. And so, do you love who you are right now, even before any changes are made or before you do and lose any weight? How do you feel about who you are, your image, your self image, how you feel about yourself? Um, it's important that we love ourselves where we are right now. I was talking to a friend this week, and we were talking about names, and she mentioned that she didn't really like her name. And I just thought about that, and I thought, wow, you know, that is really something because our parents name us. But I really believe that before the foundation, we are who we are because that's what God wanted us to be called. And I think about my oldest daughter when I was getting ready to name her. I had a name already picked out for her. I was going to name her Charisse Lynette. And my sister came in and she said, "Did you name her yet?" I said, "No, I didn't name her yet. I'm going to." The other name that I loved was Denise. And so I kind of had Charisse Lynette, but I liked Denise as well. And she said, "Why don't you name her Ametria?" And I was like, "Ametria?" And she said, "Yeah, Ametria." And I was like, hmm, Ametria. And just that fast, that was became her name. And I said, Ametria Denise. And I said, okay. And I kept saying it, I kept saying it, I kept saying it. And that I decided was her name. Well, I believe that God knew that was going to be her name. It wasn't something that but she walked in, she said the name, and immediately I knew that was it, Ametria. And it's a different name, but that's who she is. And she looks like an American. So when it comes down, when I thought about thought, she doesn't like her name. This is who you are. This is who God created you to be. That person, that name. I was created and He wanted me to be called Brenda. My dad actually wanted to call me Ella May. And I was like, Ella May back then, but now Ella's a nice name. So Ella would have been nice, but guess what? God said, no, that's Brenda. So, embrace who you are. Embrace what you have, what God has put in you, your gifts, your talents, your abilities. Embrace who you are. Sometimes you may have been teased about how you look. I know I was a bigger girl for my age, and so I just felt like my butt was always in the way or something. So how do you feel about who you are? It's something that you have to embrace. Think about how many women criticize themselves. They criticize, how they look. They criticize, things about them. Maybe someone spoke something over them when they were younger and they feel like they're not good enough. But you are enough. So we have to realize that we have to embrace who we are right now. We have to feel good the skin that we're in, feel good about who we are, and know that we are enough even now. So that is one thing. So I'm going to give you some tips, 5 tips, about wholeness and self love. But one of the things that over the time of this journey that I learned is to invite God into the process. Invite Him into your process. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to get healthy, if you're trying to change on this health journey, you have to invite God in to lead the way because guess what? You cannot do it on your own. You cannot change your habits on your own. It's going to take the power of God to help you through. I have a few scriptures to give you as well on inviting Him in. So we have to ask Him in. You know, we ask God to help us in our marriages. We ask Him to help us with our children when our children are cutting up or doing something that's out of the way. We always ask God, Lord, you got to do something here. But how often do we ask God to come in to this health journey that we're on with our food addictions? A lot of times people don't want to admit that they have addictions, that you're addicted to that you are addicted to chips, that you are addicted to Chick-fil-A, that you are addicted to certain foods, that you are addicted to going out to eat, that you have to always somewhere and get something. How often do we ask God to come into that process? You are addicted to 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night eating food before you lay down. Think about that. How many times do we ask Him to come in? But many times we are working on our own efforts. We are working on what we're doing. How can I fix this problem? Because I have a problem. I have a problem with sugar. I have a problem with certain foods. Um, our failures, if we ask God to come in, He will turn those failures into victories. He will turn those failures that we have into victories. So the pattern of the world tells us to try all these fads. It tells us to give up sometimes. It tells us, okay, you tried this diet, now try the next one. And one of the things that I notice so often when we are trying to lose weight is we may find another diet. And the first thing we want to know is what is it? How do how do you do it? Give me the details of it because that's all I want. But once we get the details, what are you going to do with those details? Are you going to start out again and do it for a day or two and then say, I can't do this? And so when I started on the journey, I started doing this 40 days, I had in my mind, to be honest with you, I did not really know if I was going to do it or not, but I was going to try. And there wasn't a big price with it. It was like nothing. But I my investment was $20 on 2 detox juices that I drank for the first 2 days. After that, there was no monetary, nothing I had to pay. So I had to make a decision to do this. And I'm so proud of myself because today was our last day, our last weigh in, and I made it all the way through. And guess what? I missed our last meeting today. I went to sleep and I missed the meeting. I'm so upset about that, but I made it through. We're having graduation this month, and I'm excited about it. But the pattern of the world says to try all these fads, but the biggest thing that I can tell you is my dependence on God was the key to my success. My dependence when I felt like giving up, when I felt like I wasn't going to make it, when I felt like this is too much, I can't do this. We did a fast every week. We fasted 1 day a week. We did a fruit fast all day. If it was an apple, we ate an apple all day. And that was to begin with. But then the fourth, fifth, and sixth week, we had a fast with just water. And that was hard. That was even harder. But when I got really to the point where I couldn't take it anymore, I kept pushing. I kept pushing because I said, food is not going to control me. I mean, I have let this food control me for so long. And so that's what we got to do sometime. We got to make a decision, say, God, you're going to have to help me with this because I can't do this on my own. And He helped me through. And now I know that I have the strength and the power to do this. So, number one, let me tell you, number one, the tip that I would give you uh, for wholeness and self love is to love me for me. I had to learn that I had to love me for me. Love yourself right where you are now, not where you're going to be, not at the weight that you think you want to be when you're 20 pounds lighter, but love yourself right now where you are. Love yourself right now. Now, let me give you a scripture for that. Um, Mark 12 and 31. It says, the second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. No other commandment is greater than these. He says, love your neighbor as yourself. So, first thing you have to do is love yourself. Love yourself first. The second thing that I would say to do is Romans 12 and 2. It says, don't copy the behavior and customs of the world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. You have to change your mindset, the way you think. It says, then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good, pleasing, and perfect. So you have to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You have to change your mindset. You have to say that this food is not me, that I am doing this, knowing your why, knowing, keeping in your mind why you're doing this, why you need to get the pounds off. So always the mindset. Mindset is everything. Number three is you've got to know that you have the power working on the inside of you. You have the power working on the inside of you. Ephesians 3 and 20. It says, now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. We have the power, but we always seem faint. We always seem like we can't make it. We always seem like this is too much. I'm so hungry. I can't take it anymore. I'm just going to eat. I'm just going to go and drive and get me a burger. I'm just going to go and get me a big milkshake. We have the power working on the inside, but you have to trust the process. And it says, unto him be glory in the church by Christ Jesus through all the ages, world without end. We have the power working on the inside. You've got the power. So it's all about trusting him. Number four is letting your body feel. That's one of the tips for wholeness. You have to let your body feel what you're feeling. Stop trying to control it. Yes, you may have some hunger pains. You know what? This last week of doing the fast was there was spots of time where I didn't even feel hungry like I did the first time I did the fast. It was like, oh, I gotta eat something. I can't take it. I can't take it. But this time I was like, So I am incorporating that in my weekly, routine of taking a day to fast. So we have to let our bodies feel. Sometimes we don't want to feel hunger. We got to be stuffed. I remember a time when I had always had to be stuffed. I had to be full of food. I did not want to not, you know, I didn't want to be hungry. I had to be stuffed all the time. So we got to let your body feel the hunger. Let your body feel when you want to do something because the enemy will try to make you just go ahead and eat. It's not going to hurt you. So letting your body feel. And in this one, Romans 12 and 1, it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is it says, let them be a living sacrifice, the kind that will be acceptable. This is truly the way we worship Him. So we have to present our bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. So letting our bodies feel, present your bodies. You have to surrender everything to God, giving it to Him, giving all. insecurities, all those things that make you feel like you're not good enough. Surrender all of that to Him. Hi there, I see someone's here. Thank you for coming on. And then tip number 5 is trusting God through the process. Trusting God through the process of working on your health, on working on yourself. Trusting God through the process. And that scripture is Psalms 118. And and it says, let me see if I can find that one. It says, um, it is better to trust in the Lord, confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man, because man will tell you you don't look right, you're not doing well. Confidence in God. Trust him that this process that I'm going through is working, towards really improving my health. I'm working towards living a lifestyle. This is not just a one day thing. You can do this and then you're out. But this is a daily commitment to yourself, a daily commitment of living well, of living a lifestyle of change. So I just wanted to share that with you tonight. Just wanted to encourage you to keep moving, keep on this journey. No matter how many times you mess up, you may fall, get back up, and don't feel like, oh, it's too late now. I'm just gonna just sabotage it all and just throw my hands in. No, get up and keep moving. Get up and keep trying, and keep in your mind that it's all about a mindset change. It's all about making a decision for health, making a decision that you're going to live well. So tonight, I want you to let me know in the comments how you feel. Let me know how you're feeling as far as your own lifestyle, your own where you are heading on this journey to wellness. On a scale of 1 to 10, are you like at a where I'm really not doing anything right now? I'm just really at a standstill, or are you at a 5 that I really want to do something? I feel like I need to move. I feel like changes, or are you at a 10 like I'm ready to go? I really need to make some changes. Maybe the doctor has spoken to you and told you something and shared something with you that you needed to work on. Let me know in the comments where you are on a scale of 1 to 10, where you are on your health journey, because we working together, it's not something that you can do by yourself. But the group that I was in, it's maybe about 10 women. And every single day we were in this group talking to each other. And each woman in the group had a buddy who talked to her daily, checking in on her. Hey, how are you doing? If we were doing the fast, hey, oh boy, this is not a good day for me. Keep going. You can make it. We need support. And so I'm going to be sharing more with you. I'm going to be bringing in, developing a group, and I would love to have you be a part of it. I'm going to share more real soon. This was my last day, so I'm going to be sharing more and encouraging everyone to, if you're in that place where you feel like I really do want to change, I'm going to be sharing with you and encouraging you to move forward on your journey, because it is doable. Like I said, I lost 2 pounds a week, and I think that was good enough for me to, keep moving. Every week I was moving forward, not going back. So I will be sharing more, but let me know in the comments where you are, what do you need, and I'll be coming back again real soon to talk. All right, have an amazing rest of your day. Happy Saturday to you. If you haven't gotten your steps in today, get your steps in. I don't know if you have a Fitbit or Apple Watch, but get up and move. Do something every single day. All right, have an amazing weekend. Take care.